Hey everybody, Jason Klamm. I am doing a little, something a little unusual. I'm doing an unboxing video. The reason I'm doing the unboxing video is I just started a sketch comedy record label called Celery Sound Records, which you can find at bit.ly/Celery Sound, or stolendress.com/celery. It's wherever, but if you look up Celery Sound Records, you'll find it. And so this is the first release that is officially, it's our first official release. I need to learn to speak. So this is going to be Dan and Jay's Comedy Hour Shoestrings, the 16th anniversary album. Dan and I, my best friend Dan Gomiller and I, started a comedy group when we were 13 called Dan and Jay's Comedy Hour. And so 8 years later, we released our first comedy album, and the way we did it was through a website called mp3.com. What's great is, by the way, I'm learning I don't know how to open a cardboard box, apparently. I did it through a site called mp3.com, which still exists, but not in the same format that it did in 2000, 2001. So Dan and I recorded a comedy album after being big fans of Cheech and Chong and stuff, not for the pot, but just for the really great comedy, as far as we were concerned. Recorded our first album in Lawrence, New York, and Oneonta, New York, where we lived, and it was a ton of fun to do and edit. I mean, we did all of our own sound effects and everything, and it was early days of like home digital stuff. Recorded with, actually, I still have it here, over here somewhere. Well, I don't know what I did with it, but I actually found the microphone that we recorded it with today, and there's some of it's still really funny to me, and it's still really well put together. And a lot of the sound effects that we did were with Celery, and Dan and I have frequently joked that all the sound effects on the record are done with Celery. That's why it's called Celery Sound Records. So I'm opening the box. I've got the first 5 copies of Shoestrings, 16th anniversary. So there we go. So they look like that. There's your little cover. See the back there. How about I actually open the shrink wrap on this one, or shrink wrap, depending on how you want to pronounce it. So yeah, we could have released a 15th anniversary thing last year, but Celery Sound Records was not a thing yet, wasn't even in my eye. But I decided this year, when I heard a record by these gentlemen named Jared Jeffries and Peyton Brown, called A Gift You Didn't Ask For, from Friends You Never Had. That is a vinyl-only release. By the way, I'm having this is when you buy these, which you can buy through the website, bit.ly/Celery Sound. When you buy these, I think I'm going to be joined by a cat right now. You're just going to have a real nice bit of exercise trying to open them. So, I don't remember where I was. Yes, so Jared Jeffries and Peyton Brown made this really, really, really delightful album that is kind of like new Fireside Theater, would be the best way to describe it. And it's great. And I was kind of hoping, I decided, you know what, I've been wanting to release our stuff and release some stuff that's, I am literally still trying to open this cellophane. It's been a long day. I decided, you know what, I want to start releasing some stuff. I do want to get my first comedy vinyl release, you know, like a thoroughly vinyl release. This is the best that I literally can't open shrink wrap. It's just been so long, you know. Thankfully, after I started designing this, I got word from Jared and Peyton that they were kind of excited to be involved. So Celery Sound is also releasing that. You can already get that through our website. But this is the one that, I put my own hands on, and this is literally the first time I'm seeing it. I did not bother to buy a proof. Why? I don't care. I did all the work here. So opened it up. Got a brief history. Some of it I just told you right there of Dan Jay's Comedy Hour. We got Shoestrings. That's the original album. One of the original album covers. There's actually 2 of them. That's the original album cover, I think, that we settled on for mp3.com. I think we eventually also sold it through Cafe Press when mp3.com went down. Or didn't sell records anymore. It sort of just became an MP3 site, which makes sense. If you open this fold in here, this is exactly the same as the one that you could have gotten on mp3.com, except that in this case, we've got new pictures of myself, new pictures of Dan, and there you go. let's see. Yep. So there you go. You got your little. The way we did these ones through CreateSpace. So there are, you can see there barcodes on everything. So that's what might throw you a little bit. And then on the inside, we've got a little. Well, it's a little Easter egg for people to actually buy it, but there's a little note there and dotted lines so you can cut it out. So yeah, this album has the original 10 tracks of Shoestrings. It also has, let's see here, some bonus tracks from our second album that never happened, called Jenny is a Sloot. Long story behind that. So there are 2 tracks off of that, 1 track off of one of the Christmas albums, actually 2 tracks off of Christmas albums that we used to make for one another, or well, we made for the family and friends for a few years, and then in 2014 we released our first publicly available Christmas album that was called Ho Christmas Tree. So yeah, you can get this at stolendress.com/celery. And I hope you enjoy it. I'm excited. They look good. They look very nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited. I like how these look. It's kind of fun to see this really crappy VHS image blown up of Dan and I standing in front of an onion for no apparent reason. This was us being random. Yeah, well, there you go. That is me unboxing and seeing for the first time Shoestrings and the 16th anniversary, which you can get at the Celery Sound Records website. Thank you guys for watching.